Okay, you all. This is LA Casciato coming at you from Ocala, Florida, the Silver Springs area. Almost live. This isn't going to be a recording when you see it because I recorded it. I didn't go live on YouTube. But I want to show you a few projects. Okay. Project number one. I've been talking about doing this for a while. I had placed these J hooks on a friend's car. Now, I might have to readjust them and maybe move this front crossbar back a little bit because as you see it's kind of on an angle, but that's fine. I'll see how it goes. Alright, so I did that. And then one of my friends' granddaughters, male friends, happened to come over who is a good couple of inches taller than I did, tightened it up for me. So when I get a kayak or a paddleboard up there, I'll see how it goes. And these are Field and Stream. They're on sale at Dick's Sporting Good. About 10 years ago, I got them for 30 bucks. 30 or 35 before tax. Now I have two other J hooks. One is your traditional J hooks, and then another pair of foldable J hooks. I'm going back and forth if I want to get those and put those up or not, because you know I can put one kayak or paddleboard on an angle on said J hooks and lay the other one flat. You know, I'm just going back and forth if I'm going to need a second pair or not. And this is my friend's Jeep. He said I can use it to transport kayaks or hardboards, paddleboards. Now, on my car, I have a Jeep Grand Cherokee. That bag that you see up there, I believe it was sent to me by a viewer. I don't remember. It was one I was wanting, and when I googled it on Amazon, it was like $85, maybe $120, give or take. But this was a couple of years ago, so don't hold me to that price. And like I said, this one was on my wish list. I just don't remember if I bought it or a viewer sent it to me. I'm leaning toward the viewer sending it to me. Can't talk straight. So thank you. But I have to do a few tweaks on it. I got a few things in there. You know, I just got to do some readjustments. You know, and what have you. So I have that up there. It did come with 4 straps. I have 2 on there right now. I also have a net that I'm going to put on there as well. But right now, it seems to be holding up. So I don't know. So for my opportunists out there, there is nothing of value. You feel me? You understand me? You understand what I'm saying? Just a few odds and ends that I would need for when I go camping. I'll repeat, nothing of value in that bag. Okay? So I got it to give me a little bit more room in the back of my vehicle. Okay, the cargo area of my vehicle. Like the woods. Don't mind the clutter. I gotta reorganize all this back here, you know, so it will look a little neater. But up there, I do have some camping gear, you know, of what I feel I need. And again, people, nothing of value. Okay, my opportunist people out there, I will have a lock to put on there. Now, I grew up in New York, South Bronx, so I've lived in some bad to really worse neighborhoods, which is why I'm calling out the opportunists. So it will have a lock up on there. And which is why I keep saying there is nothing of value up there. The basket that's up there, that was, I want to say 130 roughly off Amazon, and that was another item I had on my wish list. Thank you to the people who sent it to me. So as you can see, I gotta tweak the bag a little bit. Yeah, so I'll be doing that over the next couple of days, and I do have a net to put over that. So for those of you that might not know, when you're doing stuff like this, make sure your stuff is secured, because if anything flies off wherever, and hits another vehicle or a person and causes damage or worse, you are held responsible. So safety first. When you get out at rest stops, stuff like that, always check to make sure everything's good. Like I said, I do have a net I'm going to put over that. I do have 2 more straps that I'm probably going to put over that. But we'll see how it goes. Stay tuned for any updates on that. And I'll see you all on the other. And I just wanted to add, like I said, I grew up in New York, South Bronx, some of the bad to worst neighborhoods. So if you name it, I can more than likely 90% guarantee I've seen it. So depending on the area that I'm in, there will be a lock on that bag. And like I keep saying and repeating, there's nothing of value in there other than a few essentials. No, I'm not going to say what they are. Anything of value will be either with me or locked and secured in a safe area. And everybody knows locks keep honest people honest. So if somebody wants to get into that bag, they'll find a way. I know that. I'm not that naive. But, it is what it is. Sorry about any wind noise. I'm not using my mic. But I wanted something to give me a little bit more room in the back cargo area of my car, because, I'm kind of into car camping. So, that's what that's for, to give me the stuff that I don't use a lot to put up in what I'm going to start calling my attic. So stay tuned. We'll see how it goes. It seems to be holding up. I've seen a lot of others of these bags that get that poofy thing from the wind and stuff like that, which is fine. It is what it is. But I got to tweak it a little bit, and I'm going to make sure it's a little bit more secured, because I'm going to say next month, because we're almost on top of June. But I want to say within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be going down south to Lake Worth, Florida, to pick up my daughter, because she wants to come up for a couple of days, spend some time in a rural area in my camper over there. See my camper? I traded in my pop-up for that. Yeah, my payments aren't too bad. But yeah, so that's going to be that. And see how it goes. Stay tuned. That way, at some point in the next couple of weeks, give or take, I will be updating on that cargo rooftop bag to let y'all know how it made out. And that little backpack you see on that back of my car, that came in handy. I mainly use it to take the trash to the dump. So instead of putting the trash in the back of my car, I put it in that bag. That way I'm not getting any smells, critters, insects, bugs, or whatever on the inside of my car. So there's that. So I'm going to leave it there. Stay tuned for updates. Hit that notification button so you know when I'm either going live or putting up the next video. See y'all later. Bye. Hey, LA Cashier. Hashtag the Adventures Works. Coming at you in Silver Springs. Wanted to show you an update. So let me turn this around and do that. In my last video you saw I had finally put the bag up on my car and I had to tweak it. So I put the 2 extra straps on, so she has the 4 straps up there along with the net that seems to be holding up pretty good, better than I expected. So I'm happy with that. So we'll see how it goes. I know I do not have a whole lot in there, just a few things that I wanted to keep with me. I might have to readjust this side a little bit, but it is what it is. It gives me more storage, like I said in my last video. In the back here, don't mind the trash bag, I got a soffit dump. Still gotta rearrange this, and I'll show you how that looks when I am done. So stay tuned and you'll see a lot of improvement back here.